walking the street.
Welcome in, Twin City Sports Talk. You got Jack and Bruce back today. We're going to be talking a little bit from a couple different teams, couple different
Little bit of everything
here. Yeah, we got a game day, Wolves game day against the worst team in the West. So we already know the Wolves are going to lose that one. Yeah, I got a few different things to go to. Shorter episode today, but first off, we're going to talk about Mike Conley because news came out.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, so a little like if people missed it, the Wolves traded Mike Conley to the Bulls in a deal, and then the Bulls they then traded Mike Conley the same day, or I guess one day later technically, to the Hornets, and then the Hornets they waived him. So if in the NBA
They did? I didn't see that.
Yeah, Jack, you don't get what's going on here. Mike Conley just signed with the Wolves this morning because in the NBA, if you get traded twice and then get waived, the team that originally traded you can sign you again.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Mike Conley is a Timberwolf again.
That is amazing.
Yeah, that's why it's more of a funny thing here. So, yeah, that was quite the thing here. In like the 4-team trade or 3-team trade, I think the Wolves the original trade was just to get some money back from the Timberwolves here. The Bulls got Jaden Ivey and Mike Conley, and then Pistons got Dario Saric or something. But then the Bulls then traded Conley to the Hornets, Kobe White and Mike Conley for Colin Sexton and a few drafts, I think. But then Hornets waived him, and then the Wolves said, "Welcome back, Mike Conley." So,
do they officially sign him yet?
Yeah, he's a Wolf again. Yep, he is back on the roster.
So that is amazing.
Yeah, kind of a funny move.
I thought it was just like he got obviously traded to the Hornets, but I just assumed he was going to just re-sign next year with us. That's kind of what I got out of all this. But no, that's way better.
I have a feeling he'll retire after the season, so you kind of got to win him his championship now. He's championshipless, but yeah, super funny or super fun stuff from the Wolves. Definitely something me and Trevor talked about yesterday, the possibility of that happening because we saw that he was waived. So we're like, wouldn't that be pretty funny if we brought him back on a league minimum contract and kind of just got him back for jits and shiggles, as they say. And they did. So there we go. Mike Conley remains a Wolf. He was not a Wolf for 2 days. So it was probably a very strenuous 2 days for him and his family. I just think the funniest part about it is the Wolves Instagram doing like an entire tribute video for him and like doing his send-off video. Thank you. His nickname's Minnesota Mike now. And now they're just going to – I haven't checked the Wolves Instagram, but now it's just going to be like, welcome back, Mike Conley. We gave you a great send-off 2 days ago, but now you're back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and so we'll talk a little bit. Just wanted to cover the Giannis front a little bit because some people are pretty happy with what we got. Io Domensu, that's how you say his name. The Bulls 3-point specialist that we got back in this trade for Rob Dillingham and Leonard Miller. Yeah, we didn't get Giannis, but that was too high of an ask. I think the Bucks wanted Jaden McDaniel, Rudy, and every first-round pick in our future, which I don't know if you knew this, Jack. In the NBA, you can't trade consecutive first-round picks.
Okay.
And like the Wolves, when they acquired Rudy Gobert, they traded their 2025, 2027, 2029, 2031 first-round pick. So we could not trade our 2030, 2028, 2026 first-round pick or anything like that.
Okay, gotcha.
Because you can't trade consecutive years first-round picks. So that kind of put us maybe a bit out of the running for Giannis, but yeah, that Rudy Gobert trade was pretty serious all the way up until now. But either way, too high of an asking point. I'm very happy with this trade deadline. I think Io is going to be a great piece. I have no idea if he's going to be playing tonight for the Wolves. I hope so. I know they're already landed. in Minneapolis. But I don't know if they're going to be. I'm assuming not. We're just going to assume not. Our new Julian Phillips and Io Domensu. So either way, Wolves trade deadline, I'd call it a success. We could talk about it more in the future, but one other big talker I want to talk about today. We're going to go a little bit of a Vikings. Let's win. Harry Hitman.
Yeah, want the.
Yeah, like here's the thing: Brian Flores back. Harry Hitman's had a lot of fun in the past few years playing for Flores. He said it makes him feel like a kid again in this defense, this whole system, this scheme that Flores creates. I don't know, Jack. What do you put the chances at that Hitman returns?
Harry, do you want to be a kid again? One more time, run it back?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to it at all, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I do still think we need to address it in the draft, though, whether he comes back or not. Well, especially if he doesn't come back, like that's a no-brainer. Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a long shot, though. Like, okay, you have a guy who's here for his entire career, announces his retirement. We give him a little send-off tour. Like, I don't know. I think he's done.
I think he deserves a little bit of a
comeback.
Yeah. It's difficult because, I mean, he still played. You can tell he's a bit slower on
for sure.
Zone reads and everything, and you can tell, but he still played at a pretty high level. Had a few interceptions this year, late in the season. I think he had one against the Packers, right? I know one against the Commanders, I think. Either way, he had like 2 or 3 this year. Like, he wouldn't lose his job or anything. The safety position, it's not weak, but there's just a bunch of guys kind of Jay Ward, Theo Jackson. You don't want Josh playing a traditional safety role. So he wouldn't lose a spot or anything, but like Jack said, it would be really fun to see Harry back. Chances of it, I'd put it at like 40% chance right now because
really that high.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's like there's a reason why he hasn't announced it yet. Now that Flores is back, it's really making him think. Like,
that's true.
The thing I think could happen is I think he could sit on this all the way through August. I think he might sit on it. And this is kind of like a Stephon Gilmore from like 2 years ago or whatever, where he signs like after training camp, basically. Because, I mean, these vets, they're like, first of all, he doesn't need to know the system. He knows Flores. He could sign a week or two before the season starts and be just fine, as long as he's like working out still a little bit. But I think it could be a thing where if he can skip training camp,
he will.
And yeah, I think that's kind of where the route he would take, because a lot of veteran guys try to skip out if they can. It's just unnecessary work at that point if they've made a career for themselves.
You kind of earn training camp off in a way.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, being a Hall of Famer like he is, I think he's earned it. So I think it could be like that. But yeah, Brian Flores is a big piece of that. Plus, I mean, this defense isn't going to look the same next year. We're going to need to make cuts. Eric Wilson might not be back. Blake Cashman might be a cut candidate. We don't know. There's a lot of different things. I can guarantee you one of Javon Hargrave or Jonathan Allen won't be with the team. But the secondary should be the same for the most part. I'd put it at like a 40-35% chance right now. But, I think a training camp, post-training camp signing
by Harry.
Most sense. Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah. I also wanted to ask about Eric Wilson now. So Eric Wilson, obviously set to be a free agent. Obviously, I think we could both agree it's either him or Redmond, who was the kind of defensive MVP of this team. Eric Wilson did every single thing possible, and he didn't even play like the first 4 games. He had some snaps, but he had to earn his job over Ivan Pace, which good riddance. Ivan Pace, bye-bye. But Eric Wilson, I mean, doesn't that seem like just the guy that, I mean, I know Brian Flores loves him, but Brian Flores is going to get a say. He's the highest paid coordinator in NFL history. I think if there's one guy that he's going to force this front office to attack and get in free agency, it'll be Eric Wilson. Trevor disagrees because obviously we're so stuck on money, which, it's a good point. We're stuck on money. It's tough to maneuver it around, create cap space here, but they're going to need to.
But it's still like plausible. Like you can still do it.
It's not like he's going to get paid 15 or 20 million. You don't need to make that much space.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I think that's obviously kind of like priority one on the defense. But that is going to be one guy that Brian Flores heavily attacks in this free agent process. And they're not going to let up on it, because if you can keep Blake Cashman, he's under contract for next year. The only thing with Blake is he's injured all the time. Like if
Constantly.
and you'll probably address it in the draft too, a linebacker maybe late, and maybe in the first if you get like a Sonny Styles or something. But either way, you'll address it in the draft. But I mean, Eric Wilson is 32 years old, getting older, but he doesn't play like it. So
no, definitely not.
That is something that I could almost guarantee at this point. I don't really care how much money you need to give him. Brian Flores is gonna.
You got to make that happen.
He's gonna,
especially just from what he showed
on
you.
the team. Yeah, I mean, I think, did he have any interceptions this year? I know he had a bunch of forced fumbles, but led the team in tackles except Cashman. But yeah, either way, that's going to be the big thing this offseason for the Vikings defense. He's going to pound the table for that. All right, next thing, Minnesota Twins baseball. Jeremy Zoll came out, and he's reporting that two names, kind of fringe MLB guys right now, Travis Adams and Marco Raya. They're both traditionally starting pitchers. Travis Adams saw a bunch of time in the second half of the year after the fire sale last year. Didn't do very well, but his first half year there. Either way, Jeremy Zoll's reporting that he's switching both of those guys to full-time relief pitching roles. Bullpen for both. They will not be switched out of it. I mean, unless it's a very sudden spot start there, all right. But Marco Raya started his entire way through the process here, but he's one of those guys that's going to get time this year no matter what, and it would have been in the bullpen either way. So it's good to, I think, flip that switch right now and tell him that you're going to be in the bullpen. You're going to be a reliever.
And it's a good way to tell your fan base that, no, we're not signing anyone else.
Yeah, that is I still think they will, but I mean, that's kind of the sugarcoating behind this.
Yeah.
If they're well, especially Travis Adams. Travis Adams started a few games last year. He was mainly out of the bullpen for them, but a guy that's already been up, you are full-time committing to the bullpen, and then Marco Raya, a guy who would have seen time this year already, most likely committing him to the bullpen. It's kind of an unsaid thing here where we don't really need to sign anyone now because we now have bullpen depth, quote unquote. Either way,
AL Central winners.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope.
Trevor and I went through yesterday or the day before some of the names still on the market because the Twins, Framber Valdez, if anyone didn't see, he got signed by the Tigers, 3-year, I forget how much.
I do want to talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
So, what are the Tigers doing? You go to court. This is all on Wednesday. This all happened on Wednesday. You go to court on Wednesday with the best pitcher in the league because you want to pay him $19 million instead of $32.
Which is just outrageous, too.
Which is ridiculous.
More. Yeah.
And then, so you're in court with this guy, and your GM goes, I don't know his name, hey, Framber, we're going to sign you for more AVV.
Well, how much? It was 3-year, 115, right?
Yep.
So,
which is more than what Skubal is making, the best pitcher in the league. How about a big FU to Skubal there?
I mean, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Oh my Lord. I would have been so mad if I was what?
Yeah, it's true.
You don't want to pay me, who's back-to-back Cy Young winner, but you're going to go pay this guy who intentionally throws fastballs at his teammate's chest.
Yep.
More.
It's also the arbitration process where
I don't know what strategy they're doing or what game they're trying to play here, but it's just kind of.
Well, okay, the
dumb.
arbitration process is there's a rule behind it where you can't. Oh man, I forget the rule.
You can't like super lowball people.
Well, yeah, it's like, I mean, that's the wishy-washy stuff behind it, but like that makes him the highest paid arbitration player ever by like a long shot, being paid the 33 million or whatever Skubal got. This
Which
upcoming off season, he is now set because he won his like court case there, getting paid the 33 million or whatever. Now he's set to become an unrestricted free agent next offseason. He'll be paid the highest paid pitcher in MLB history.
Well, he'll be the highest left-handed pitcher, paid left-handed pitcher ever. Guarantee it.
Well, wouldn't you think the highest paid pitcher ever? I feel like in this day and age,
you could just say pitcher in general. But then again, if you look at what's going to happen next season, you never know.
True. So yeah, it's a good point. Very good point. Either way, but the thing with the Fromber stuff is apparently, going along with Jack's hot take from this past week, apparently the Twins were heavily in on Fromber, and were in the sweepstakes, basically, reported by Darren Doogie Wolfson of KARE 11 News here. But the Tigers ended up pulling him out. But also what Darren said, Doogie, is the Twins are in on every single, like they've been in contact with every single pitching free agent so far. Like as of right now, the Twins are in on every single like starting and reliever, like everyone's still available, which this is kind of what we've been saying is they're going to sign a right-hander. And right now there's still some starters left who had a bad year. And I'll go through a few names and are looking to maybe get a prove-it deal out of it. Same with the relievers. But this is like a situation where you could sign a guy because pitchers and catchers report in a week, in 6 days here on the 12th.
Yep.
And then full team reports in 10 days. So it's getting down to it. A signing will probably happen in the next 10 days before all players report. But starting off these names, because apparently, I'm going to say apparently a lot, because apparently the Twins are in on every single one of these guys and are in contact with them. But the first one is Lucas Giolito, which bit of an older pitcher now, but he's coming off of a really productive year with Boston, 3.41 ERA in 145 innings, 121 strikeouts, only walked 56 guys. So the thing is here, if they're really in on these guys, he's looking for a 3-year, $57 to $66 million contract. So it's like $20 million a year. I don't think the Twins are willing to pay that unless they're saying stuff behind closed doors there, because apparently they're in on everyone here. So you never know.
And you can't apparently be in on everybody if that's not what you're thinking.
Exactly. Like you got to be willing to pay the big bucks.
Penny pinching poll ads.
Yeah, exactly.
The PPP is what I'm going to refer to them as.
Yeah.
We've seen it. They don't want to pay people. I mean, it's been the same thing for 5 years now. Like, there's no.
I mean, they pay Correa, but then they don't pay anyone else. So.
Yeah, they're not going to pull $20 million to go pay Giolito. I mean, I love the thinking, the wishful thinking of everybody and the reporters, but that's
unless they're saying something behind closed doors and not telling anyone.
Yes,
this ain't gonna happen. So, but the next guy is Zach Gallen, who still is unsigned.
That I could see.
Gallen had a horrible year last year, an ERA like above 5. His strikeout to walk ratio being 175 to 66 was actually still pretty good, but he got hit around. He couldn't locate anything really. This is one of those big bounce back candidates. He's going to get a 1 or 2 year deal for, I think it still said 15 to 20 million, but it's a prove it deal for him. He used to be like one of the highest touted starters in the league in like 2022 in that World Series run. So yeah, Zach Gallen, that'll be a fun one for sure. But I
could see that happening.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like
if they're going to pay the big bucks to someone, it would be him.
It would be him. Yeah.
Because I think he's still like 29, 30 years old. He's got a few good years left for sure.
He's got time. So
next one, guy that's dealt with a lot of injuries, looking for a 1 year, $6 to $10 million contract. Coming out last year, he was coming off of a Tommy John surgery, so he pitched last year. It didn't go well. He struggled getting hit around. But Walker Buehler, he has the stuff, nasty knuckle curve, good fastball, but the injuries, those suck for him. And coming off of these injuries, he's historically been really bad, but he is coming into the season healthy. So for $6 to $10 million, he would slide into your 4th or 5th starting pitching spot pretty easily. So
I really don't want to have to cheer for him.
I know, but I think that one's honestly kind of likely just because of the injury
Yeah.
history that's keeping him unsigned right now, getting hit around last year. But and then two guys that kind of more in the weeds here. But this one is a weird one because Jordan Montgomery, this is one that you could get for a couple $1,000,000. Like,
for sure.
he's like 35 years old. So, and this is the thing with Jordan too that is interesting is the Twins were reportedly interested in him in the 2023 deadline before he went on to have like a Linsanity run 2023 playoffs for the Rangers that year.
Mm-hmm.
But the Twins were this close to acquiring him at the trade deadline that year. But they didn't. And then he went to the Diamondbacks in 2024, had a horrible year, an ERA of like above 6.
Oh, yeah, just horrible.
20, injured last year. So he didn't pitch at all last year. But you could get him for, I think it said like $2.5 million for a starting pitcher. I mean,
For sure.
this is such a Twin signing right there. It really is. Which I guess I wouldn't mind it. You get a lefty in your. This reminds me a ton of the Martin Perez in 2019. Big lefty who's never had like a phenomenal career, but he had a few good years. But now this is kind of. I know the difference here is Jordan Montgomery's 35, so he doesn't have many years left in general. But that kind of kickstarted Martin Perez's career, and then if he had a good year with us, Montgomery, he could kind of kickstart it all again for him. But this one is also one I could definitely see. It's an old friend of the Twins, Zach Littell. He got traded to the Cardinals last year at the deadline. Old friend looking for a 2-year deal between 10 and 22 million. So if it was 10 million, it'd be like 5 per year. So past 3 years though for Zach Littell, he's had a sub-4 ERA. So he's been very, very consistent. I think Montgomery or Littell are very honestly likely.
No, see, he was with the Rays last year, right?
Rays, and then he got traded. But yeah, he's been with the Rays he was with the Giants for like 3 years from like 18 to 20, and then Rays for like 3 or 4 years. But he was always consistent down there. Very always consistent. He's good stuff. He's just a big control guy. He doesn't have overpowering stuff, but he would be phenomenal for a 4th or 5th like spot on the pitching rotation here.
Oh yeah.
All right, those are all kind of the starters. So, which one would you say is the most likely? I think we kind of agree on this.
Honestly, probably Montgomery.
Yeah, I think that one's most likely.
Hunter or Gallen, one of those two. I mean,
yeah, I'm pretty sure those are the top 5 guys left. So there's still a couple names, Gallen, but yeah, Giolito.
I would want someone, but I mean, Giolito would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But is that very realistic? Not at all.
Yeah, not really. Hey, remember, they are apparently in on every pitcher here, Jack.
That's what they say.
Apparently. All right, we're going to move to a few relievers real quick. This one's a funny one. Yeah. Perfect. All right. Some relievers. This one's a funny one because you could bring him back for like the 4th time, 5th time, whatever it is. Danny Coulomb is still unsigned.
Oh, my God.
He's always been dude, he's been like consistent though. Like, I mean, last year he had like a 1.5 ERA before he got traded. So it's like, make it happen again. But that won't happen specifically because we've talked about it. Twins have a lefty duo now. They have Rogers and Funderburk, so they don't need another lefty there. Unless you did want to go like kind of half lefties, half righties in the pen, that would be kind of fun. But
which, I mean, yeah, that's obviously the want. But
yeah. Either way, the Twins have came out and they did say like they want to sign another righty. But now this Marco Arias stuff, apparently.
Yeah.
Either way, righty is kind of on the table. So Danny Coulom's just a funny one. But
also,
this one.
Can we pull up these New Jerseys too?
Yeah, I'll pull them up after this. Yeah. This one is very, very. This would be a fever dream of mine. This is really fun. Evan Phillips, like he's unsigned right now, so he had Tommy John surgery performed last June. Okay, and so he would be back. His doctors think he could be back at the start of July. So obviously, you don't have him for half a season. But if I go back to his stats, and he's projected to get $6.1 million, so more of a hefty like reliever. He'd be your highest paid reliever that you have, but for what this guy can do, it's worth it because 2022, he had a 1.14 ERA in 64 appearances with a whip of 0.76. absolutely insane.
Oh,
1.14
yeah,
ERA. 2023 had a 2.05 ERA in 62 appearances, a 0.83 WHIP. And then 2024, still a good year, had a 3.62 ERA in less innings pitched and stuff. But he would be your highest leverage arm for if you were in a postseason push. And if they're really planning on contending, this AL Central is weak. The Tigers, they got Framber, but the lineup still has holes. Either way, the Tigers are the best, but this division is weak. So if you want to compete, go get Evan Phillips for that second half of the year. He would be your most dominant reliever, and undoubtedly
that would be pretty good.
That would be really fun. And for $6 million, I think I'd rather spend that instead of getting like Montgomery as a starting pitcher for $2 million or whatever. That would be super fun, in my opinion. I would absolutely love that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the main reason why he's unsigned. Just the Tommy John. No team wants a guy that's only going to pitch half a season for $6 million. No team wants that. But I'm saying take that risk because if you want to compete,
because that's kind of what they do.
They get injured guys. That's what they do. Yeah. And then one more veteran named Scott Barlow. He's been in the league for a while. It's just another guy who's unsigned. Always been like a 3.54 ERA guy. He's projected like a $2 million contract. So good reliever contract. So good. But this one's also an interesting one. So Michael Kopech is still unsigned. Flamethrower. He can touch 102.
Which I think is kind of nuts that he hasn't been signed yet.
Yeah, I think the deal is with him is he had like 3 lingering injuries. One was like a left knee meniscus thing, and then he had something with a ligament in his arm. He's fully healthy now, but it's just he always has these little injuries that nag him on and stuff.
Yeah.
The upside with him is crazy. He has electric stuff. Would obviously be the Twins closer right away. He's looking for a 2-year deal around $6 to $7 million per year. So again, another $6 million pitcher there. The stuff is insane. The upside is crazy. But he is healthy. He would be going into the season healthy. So I would do it, but apparently they are still in on him. So we'll see. Twins fans just wait.
Apparently counter.
I told you I'm going to use that word a lot. This one is one Trevor's in love with. Tommy Conley, changeup specialist.
Oh God.
I mean, hey, this would be a good move though. You can get him for very cheap, $1 or $2 million. This guy's been in the league for 15 years and he uses one pitch and he dominates with that one pitch. It's as simple as that. This is a very Twins likely. Well, I mean, it kind of does.
It works for him. But
I mean, you have to respect it because he has one pitch and it's basically unhittable. So that's really all that is to it. He may give up some runs sometimes, but he's not gonna look at this recent career regular season from the Yankees in 2024. He had a 2.11 ERA. Yankees 2023 2.6 ERA. 2022 at the Dodgers 2.8 ERA. And then he had one bad year, which was 2018 with the Yankees, a 6.5 ERA. But before that, 2.7, 2.5, 2.6. 2019 was 3.4. He's been dominant. Okay.
He's from all that I have seen, he is just kind of one of those guys where you bring him in for maybe an inning. You don't leave this guy
he's not going to pitch
long.
Well, that's the typical reliever.
This would be someone that you put in, like, if Ryan gets you through 6, you throw him in.
It's the typical reliever build. He's going to go in for an inning, get his job done, and he does his job phenomenally. Last year was the most innings he's pitched by far. In the postseason, he was still pretty good, 3.6 ERA for the Tigers, and how many, like 4 or 5 games he pitched in. But and then during the season, he had a 4.4 ERA, but in over 60 appearances, he's never done that before. So I count that as a great year from him. But
he had a great year at Detroit last year.
Yeah, that's a very Twins-like move and as much as Jack doesn't want to say it, he's been dominant for his career with one pitch. You got to give him his flowers there. You alone, you Yankees fan.
I know.
He did you work.
Give him the flowers.
No, he did you work. He did you work for a long time. All right.
Anyway,
Either way. And then one last name, Jose Leclerc, the Rangers closer for a while. That's kind of a name that's interesting. He had an injury all of last year, and he's had kind of just a rough last 2 years, to be completely honest.
I'd stay away from him.
Yeah, that's a guy who you could maybe
But we're
even get
apparently in on him. So
apparently we are in on him. So apparently we're in. Oh boy, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, unpopular opinion: go sign all of them.
Yeah, well, yeah, there you go. Then we'd be a contender. So
hell yeah,
all right.
would.
Just like Jack kind of hinted here, I'm gonna pop up. The Twins came out with a new alternate road jersey. I'm gonna pop their
which got
Instagram
leaked by
post up.
MLB The Show. So I don't think
I was gonna
wrote
say
about these for a little bit, but
I saw
the show
that.
leaked them.
Yeah, because the Twins kind of just didn't do like a big reveal. They just popped Luke Keyshaw up here and said, "Pose, man, you look good."
Which are fine. Like I don't hate them.
Yeah, this is the first time they've had the Twins, like the word Twins on a road jersey since '89, I think. So
really?
that's kind of a cool feature there. Yeah, first time they've had the Twins.
I won't be satisfied till we bring the Baby Blues back for the 5th time.
Yeah, I mean those are top tier right there. But
yeah,
I mean there's not really much difference with these other than like the Minnesota one, the main road jerseys. There's not a huge difference. They're both navy blue. It's the same hat. It's the same Minnesota patch right here. The numbers in the same plate. It's like
so. I'm totally reading the comments. These are amazing.
These are sweet. These jerseys look great, owner.
These will look so good when we go 65 and 97.
I love this one. These jerseys would look great with new owners.
Yeah, they would.
Either way, I kind of like them.
They're not bad at all.
I like them more than the actual road jersey, the one that says Minnesota.
Yeah,
I like them more than that one.
Ones, yeah,
the gray pinstripes I like, but the navy one is what I'm talking about. I like I like this more than the other navy one where it says Minnesota across the chest.
That's fair.
I like the Twins wording right here, but Plouffe commented, need one. I'm usually against dark pants, but these are with dark pants. Oh, well, maybe not. I'm assuming they're gonna wear the gray like pinstripe pants with these a lot. Either way, plain but simple. I kind of like it, but
yeah, not bad.
Either way, Twins did that today, so one of the more interesting things they've done this offseason. But all right, I think we're good with the Twins talk. If I'm thinking about everything correctly,
I don't think there's really anything. There probably won't be really anything until like there's that potential.
I will say in the next few days, we're going to have a opening day roster or opening day lineup prediction video, what our opening day lineup will be, who's going to win that left field starting job, what the starting rotation will be, our actual predictions for that. One thing I will say, Twins marketing team is on fire because they've got me intrigued, and they're doing a good job at getting fans intrigued because some of the deals they have going on right now, I mean, this is a triple play bundle they have going on where it's buy 2 games, get 1 free. I've never seen that before, where you can get like an entire game free. And this includes opening day.
Really?
So you could choose random 2 games in May and get opening day free. I checked and I thought that would be excluded. Yeah, that's how it works.
Did you do it?
I might. This just came out like a day or two ago. So April 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I mean, that's actually a really good deal. And that it didn't stop there. They also have Twins Pass, where if you pay $40 a month, people, you get access to every single home game in the entire year. Every single home game, $40 a month, every single home game. And yeah, you'd have to pay for parking every time you go. And if you get a beer and a snack or something, that costs money. But $40 a month, you get every single home game. If you live in Minneapolis and if you have like a walk to the stadium and you're a Twins fan, I don't know how you couldn't take that deal. And obviously it's going to be like standing room tickets.
Better off than paying for Netflix at that point.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Better entertainment, in my opinion. You get baseball. You get to be at the ballpark for what would that equate to? Like $2 or like $1.08 a game for like $40 a month. Or wait, I guess I'm thinking of 30 days in a month, but there's probably like 15
Yeah,
Well,
roughly.
it'd
Let's
be
say
like
15
$2.
games in a month.
Yeah, so like $2.30 or something for each game.
That's
I mean,
insane.
that's pretty dang good. But $40 a month, people, you get to go to every single Twins game, home game, not every game, but either way, Twins marketing team, keep up the good work. You got me intrigued. I mean, I'll probably do one of those, to be honest. I mean, you kind of have to at that point.
Oh God, yeah.
They're kind of begging you to. And
We'll
the
go
Twins,
to open day, sure.
we'll probably
I'll
talk
skip
like,
school that day.
yeah. I mean, there's like we'll probably promote a whole episode for this topic, but the fans are so uninterested. Where I mean, this is the first step into getting them back into the team, but after you fire sale everything, you get rid of the best closer entrance in the game, or one of, and you just
Both of them.
Well, yeah, exactly. I love Griffins too, but either way, it's like you rip apart everything. You can't, like, the fans are checked out. They ever since 2023, you cut payroll by 30 million. Your fans are depleted. Twins front office. So I mean, hey, this is a good step into getting everyone back, because these are some fantastic deals, but people go use them. So
yeah, seriously.
Get some people in the ballpark. I don't want it to be dead on a nice 70-degree night, 60-degree, 7:00 July night, and I don't want there to be like 3,000 people there.
60 degrees in July. Hell, sign me up for that.
Hey, I mean, at night it cools off sometimes, but just a nice night where you're not going to get cold, but you're not going to sweat. It's just a perfect. I'm missing that right now. All of us are here in
Craving it,
Minnesota. Yeah. Either way, we're going to get to our predictions for tonight. Wolves, Pelicans tonight. Pelicans are the worst team in the West, a record of 14-40. They don't do really anything correctly on the court. I mean, I don't want to crap on them too much. They're just not good, the Pelicans. They've had injuries all year. I don't know if they have many injuries right now. I'm not even going to check, because I think people could kind of sense where our predictions will be at today. If the Wolves even show up to the court, they should win. So I'll shoot my prediction first off right here, and a little recap. I am 55-41 with 24 points. Jack, 23-26 with 13. Trevor, 24-25 with 11 points. Yeah, just like I kind of hinted there, I got the Wolves winning. I think with the high off of making a big trade, you got a big contributor going into the playoffs this year. You got Io in the building. I think they're going to be on a high. I think the Wolves win.
The big signing of Mike Conley too.
Mike Conley being back. Yeah. I think they're going to win like 132-108. And for a player prediction, this is a good one. I got to do a little research. I'm going to go back to the last two games and see how many threes we made, because I think we're just going to be on. I think everything's going to be dropping for us. I'm going to say this. It's hard to shoot 20 threes in a game. I think the Wolves are going to be heat from the 3-point line. 20 plus threes from the Wolves tonight. 20 plus threes. Yeah. From the Wolves. All right, Jack.
All right. They do have us winning, so we're going to lose.
Okay, so
I got us going
half,
like you were kind of talking about. If we even step foot on the court, we should win.
Yeah.
Then the boost with Conley, obviously that being the highlight.
You know it. Oh, sorry. The Pelicans' record is 13-40, not 14. So that's a really pivotal.
Well, it will be 14-40 after tonight.
Well, there you go.
So I got us winning. Let's go 115 to 93.
93. Two blowouts. Player prediction.
I'm gonna kind of do it. I'm gonna pull a Trevor and say we're just gonna hold them to under 100.
Okay. Pelicans. I gotta capitalize that. Under 100. Okay. Little note. People know the Wild are off for this month. This sucks. I mean, but the Olympic break is gonna be fun. Watching this U.S. team.
We don't even play till the 14th.
I know. See, it is the 14th. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna ask, because I was wondering about that. All right. So the 14th. I know we're gonna have a few nights with no predictions. We're gonna have a few nights with just a Wolves prediction. Actually, tomorrow we'll have our Super Bowl predictions, so people be ready for that. Should be a fun game. I hope it will be. Could be a
Yeah, I hope
blowout
it's
in
not
one
like
way,
last
but
year.
yeah. Oh, God, last year was terrible. Either way, but yeah, just Wolves predictions for basically the whole month. I guess we could make predictions if there's a big Olympic game in there. U.S. Canada, U.S. Sweden. We could do that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I mean, the Wild, like we've talked about before, they got players all over. 4 players on Sweden, I think. 4, is that correct? Either way, Nico
Johansson,
Sturm's over there in Germany, and
Brody's not playing.
yeah, both goalies, Mojo. Yeah, so just 3 then. Yeah. Either way, it's gonna be a dry month for predictions, and I will also say the Wolves. This is your chance to climb in the West, because if you go to the Western Conference, well, let me back that up quick. The Wolves this month play one team that's over 500. So I mean, this is their time. I mean, this is where you need to climb very quick, because if you look at the Western Conference standings right now, or like the playoff standings, they are 0.5 games behind the Lakers for 5th place. They are 1 game behind the Rockets out of 4th place. They are 1 game out of 3rd place from Denver, and they are 3 games behind San Antonio for 2nd place in the West. Over this month, you have 10 games in February here. Well, technically, they already played one, so they're already 1-0, but you need to go at least, I mean, it sounds stupid to say it, but you need to go at least 9-1 over this month. Bunch of bad teams you play. Realistically, with how good the Wolves team is, you should go 10-0, but that never happens in sports. So
nope.
I am hoping for 9-1 at the very, very, very least, 8-2. That should put you in 2nd or 3rd place in the West. It really should. Either way, there's our predictions for tonight. Wolves, Pelicans. Yeah, I've been watching a little bit of the Olympics. Have you been? I mean,
when did it start last night?
2 days ago. I mean, the women's hockey team, they played the Czech, or yeah, I forget who they played. Either way, but they won like 5-1 yesterday. So yeah, it was kind of bullying. I think they outshot whatever team they were playing 40-4 or 14. So it's just stupid. Either
Do
way,
they have the PWHL players, I'm assuming, playing then?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
yeah. Yeah, I think everyone they could. So
good.
Yeah, either way.
Turned on here.
Yeah, I guess we'll do more Olympic content. World Baseball Classic is next month. That's going to be even more fun, in my opinion. Yeah, a lot of good stuff going on. So either way, people, today, Twin City Sports Talk, we're done. There's some Wolves. Conley's back. Chances Harry Hitman returns, and some Twins free agent talks. That's it. Go follow the YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify, and we will see you tomorrow.
See ya.